The Giver is a novel written by Louis Lowry, an American children's book author. It was on the American Library Association list of most commonly challenged and prohibited books from 1990 to 2009. It was described as provocative since it depicted taboos such as euthanasia and suicide. The novel is set in futuristic utopian community that is unlike any other in terms of its population, social rules, and way of life. As the story progresses, the setting becomes increasingly more dystopian rather than idealistic for the characters. Like I said, Jonah, the main character, lives in a utopian society. Everybody within the community must be cautious of their actions. During the marriage, couples are pre-selected for each other by a community of elders. The elderly live in nursing homes and the infants in nurseries. When Jonas turns 12, he gets chosen to be the receiver of memories. At the onset of his training, Jonas receives good memories from the giver, the receiver of memories previous from him. However, he must also be informed of the memories of fears, loneliness, grief, pain, and rage. It is these memories that make him realize the lack of free will and unhappiness that exists within the community. He also gains a different perspective of life and wants to make a change. Jonas and the giver conspire to change the whole community. He resolves to run away to a land that lies far away. However, his exit will result in the secret memories seeping into the community. Jonas leaves for a long journey despite the risk of freezing to death, starvation, and being caught. He finally sees sunlight at a far distance, and he becomes affirmative that he has finally arrived to his destination. I picked this novel because this novel was one of the first novels I read in my 9th grade class, which is the class where I truly fell in love with English literature. The specific age group I believe this book should be introduced to is 14 and 15 years old, mainly because even though it doesn't have complicated vocabulary, it does have some complicated ideas like euthanasia and dystopian societies. Also, I believe that in this age group, one can have a deeper conversation about life and society than a 10-year-old, for example, and take more away from the book. I recommend this book because it teaches the reader the value of emotion, feeling, and freedom. There is a lot of people who believe that if everybody has the same things in the world would be perfect. But in the novel, we can learn that the beauty of the world is in its differences. In terms of strength, I believe the book is very visual and has the power to maintain the reader entertained and interested, which is something that some school books lack. In terms of weaknesses, I did not like the ending because there is so much uncertainty. Overall, I believe this book is a classic and every young adult should read.